Erik ten Hag is confident Alejandro Garnacho has the X factor required to become a world-class player, warns the Manchester United star still has a long way to go. Garnacho enjoyed a fine 2023-24 campaign as he established himself as a key first-team player, scoring the goal of the season against Everton and getting on the score sheet in the FA Cup final triumph over Manchester City. After a Copa America campaign with Argentina, the 20-year-old was among those late back to training this summer after an extended break, starting the Community Shield against City on the bench or coming on to score. Garnacho is pushing for a start against Brighton on Saturday, having got the assist for Joshua Zirkzee's winner against Fulham in the league opener last week. Asked what he needs to do to go the next level and show he is a world-class player, Ten Hag told a press conference on Friday. You are going very quickly, world-class player. Then he has to go a long way. He has high potential, 100%. He showed last season he can contribute, he can be a starting XI player. But to make the jump to become a world-class player, a long way to go, and it starts with very hard work. That brought him where he is now, and that will bring him to that world-class player. And that is where I agree, he has the potential. Garnacho has scored 16 goals in 87 appearances for the senior side, with only Rasmus Højlund and Bruno Fernandes outscoring him last season. Ten Hag went on to challenge Garnacho to find further consistency to his game. I agree we need, but I think every club in the top needs players with, let's say, the X factor, Hag said. We already have seen on occasions that he has shows this X factor, but also others in our squad already have shown it. So, if you want to be that player where your colleague is talking about world class, then you have to do it consistently. Jadon Sancho asked to leave Manchester United after he was left out of the matchday squad for the opening game of the season against Fulham last week. Following his public bust-up, manager Erik ten Hag almost a year ago, Sancho was banished from the first team by the United boss, training away from his teammates before joining Borussia Dortmund on loan in January. Player and manager appeared to bury the hatchet this summer, with Sancho reintegrated back into the squad during their pre-season campaign, starting 3 games in preparation for the new Premier League season. But Ten Hag's decision to overlook him on the opening day of the season last Friday has pushed him back towards the Old Trafford exit, Juventus in talks over a move. Speaking after the 1-0 win over Fulham, Ten Hag explained that while Sancho had been dealing with an ear infection in the lead-up to the game, he was fit enough to play with the manager, referring other players on the day. The Athletic reports Sancho reacted to the manager's decision by reaffirming his desire to leave. The 24-year-old was also conspicuous by his absence in the director's box during the game, where injured pair Rasmus Højlund and Lenny Yoro watched on alongside Tom Heaton. While Chelsea have been credited with interest, Juventus are now the front-runners to sign Sancho. He is to leave United. The Premier League side have been open to offers all summer, but so far no clubs have been prepared to meet their £40 million valuation. Juventus have stepped up talks this week, with United looking for a permanent sale. They will only consider another loan if Sancho's salary is covered in full, and the deal includes a loan fee and an obligation to buy. Amad Diallo and Marcus Rashford started in wide roles against Fulham, with Alejandro Garnacho coming off the bench, having only recently returned to training following his Copa America campaign with Argentina. Antony is also vying for a spot in the team, with Ten Hag warning Sancho and the rest of his squad they have to deal with the manager's decisions when they are left out of the squad. I hope we will have a squad with double positioning, and when we go into the season after September 1st, that means you can't select all the players, but you need them all throughout the season, Ten Hag said at a press conference on Thursday. We have to manage it. The attitude of the players is very important. Sometimes they will be disappointed. They have to deal with it. You win as a squad. The prizes are decided next May, and until then we need all the players in the squad and highly motivated. That is not an expectation. That is a demand. Erik ten Hag outlines how Kobbie Mainoo can become the perfect midfielder for Manutd. Kobbie Mainoo has nailed down a place in Manchester United and England's midfield, and Erik ten Hag has detailed how the 19-year-old can get even better. Erik ten Hag claims Kobbie Mainoo can become the perfect midfielder for Manchester United and England. Mainoo grabbed his chance to light up Euro 2024 with England, and the 19-year-old has quickly become a regular for the Three Lions and United. Ten Hag loves Mainoo's ability and says he is equally good in an attacking position or in a holding role. He collected such good experiences at the Euros, and those experiences will help him to become a better player, 100%, said the United boss. Where do I see him? The perfect midfielder is one who is very good in attacking, very good in defending. He's a player who can do that. He can play as an attacking midfielder and also as a holding midfielder. We have to see from situation to situation and occasion to occasion who is available, the opponents, where we can hurt the opponent or take some strength from the opponent where we use the players. So with Kabi, we can use him as an attacking midfield or a holding midfielder. In approaching games, this is what's needed. Ten Hag wants to use all his squad this season and sees a role for Mason Mount, who made just 8 starts last season, mainly because of injury.